I'm at Hong Kong's biggest jade market. After seeing the jade scene in China, I had to see how this one compares. First impressions, packed stalls and some serious shine. 1937 pound. Look at that. And also that troy ounce silver. What I've heard is that this is the largest jade market in all of Hong Kong. And prices are actually meant to be cheaper. Hello.
Okay.
I'm not. No, thank you though. Even wearing a watch now feels awkward to me, and I keep forgetting, like I didn't put it on today. But the prices here compared to that of Australia, so much cheaper. Hello.
Dragon?
Do you have any silver?
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 These are bung. Bung.
Yeah.
Also bung.
Ox, yep. That's a little musical charm
No,
wind up. These actually do well in auction back in Australia. Wonder how much that is. So all we got to do is divide it by 5.
These are morning after, huh? No. No.
So it's like $60. 5.
Morning.
Yep.
Open.
It's about, so it's just over $50.
圣灵
Yeah, music. Yeah, but don't,
No.
it won't stop.
No.
Yeah,
How much is morning?
okay.
How much no papa?
And
These are Kaba Plus.
yeah, that's nice. If you're into the fish. How much is this? Oh, that's a pretend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it was Amiga. I was like, oh, I'm in, but it's not.
No, these are super. No? Older.
Oh, yeah.
These are older super.
How much is that one? $80 basically. The problem with this is trying to find a buyer for it back in your own country. It's a lot easier to sell this here.
This one.
Yeah.
How
that's
much?
okay.
4就才珍宝。No.
Shishi, thank you. Thank you. Walk away while I still can. He had a lot of nice stuff, and you know, I used to just let people browse. I started greeting them in the shop. Hello, hello. And it's just, it takes a lot of your time. Cheap. It's cheap. So that's like $5 basically. Whatever you see here is $5 Australia. Oh no, these ones are 100. What's 20? Down there. Okay. So they're $5. And these ones up here are 20 Australian dollars. So any of these here in Hong Kong, 20 Australian. But this is a massive warehouse full of vendors, and this is their jade wholesale outlet. They've also got a jade street. This is the jade market, but don't confuse that with the jade street. And you got all these jade earrings here as well. It's surprising that there's so many people selling the same stuff. You could see why they just want you to come in and look at their stores. Hello. Lots of nice pieces here as well. The fans are quite loud. There's a lot of people here. Is that because they're the cheapest? I always wonder if the busiest stalls are because they're the cheapest. So a lot of buying going on there. So much. Lots of rings as well. Look at all the old pipes that are here. You can't even import these anymore. But all the collectors that once wanted all that are no longer around. The market's just tanked. Obviously these aren't adjustable, so you need to find the one that's gonna fit. You can't get it resized. Look at all this. Hello. Not everyone. Hello. Not everyone is obviously here today.
Jade. This is Jade.
Yeah, nice. Nice jade.
This is good Jade.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. I'm just looking. Thank you. I think she said not so pricey. They're actually pretty good at English here as well. I don't know why not everyone is here today. Maybe I'm too early. It's going to all these different market settings. When you see one site, it feels that every site is the same. And it's whether you go and see bags or shoes. Oh, I did the shoe street as well. There's a big famous shoe street in Hong Kong. But you see one shop and they all just blend in. Hello, hello.
Hi.
Yeah, lots and lots.
Jade.
So much. Where do you get your jade?
啲是鳳波嘛？
Okay.
波嗎？Jade，啲是的巴沙。
Because I'm curious, I wonder if the jade is cheaper in Hong Kong or if it is cheaper in China. The prices will blend in. I've asked at the world's biggest gold district in China where they had all the jade. The prices there were so cheap, but they're also so cheap here.
This is good quality Jade.
Yeah. I wonder, like with these, thank you, these here, as paperweights, but you know, the jewelry's just never ending. The supply, they look like grapes. Wear a necklace of grapes. You're gonna want to see what happened with the grape incident. I picked one off a stem and the lady cracked the shits at me and she was not happy. Little boxes in auctions in Australia, I was only getting $5 for one of these. Are you a jade collector, and how much jade is too much if you're wearing it? Do you have a jade necklace and a jade ring and jade earrings? Like, is that all too much jade, or what's the thing? I don't really see anyone wearing jade aside from the Asians ever. All the different earrings in there as well. And what sells better? Out of all the categories of jade items, would jewelry or ornaments have a high volume? 178, so that's $40. Thank you. Like, a lot of people are after the artifacts, like all these types of jade oriental ornaments, but how many people actually wear them? I like coins, I like small items, and that's America. You know, whether you can find stuff amongst here, you want the early coins that have actually got the silver in them. That's 1845. Is that United States? How much are these? The coins? Yeah.
50 each.
50. So that's 10 Australian dollars. I might actually have a look at some of these. Where did you get all this? Where did you get them all?
I don't know, English.
That's okay. Oops. But the Asian coins I'm not after. In Australia, the round silver 50-cent pieces were going for $50 a few months ago when silver was at an all-time high. That's massive money. And they've got less silver in them than these. These would have to be worth more than that. So you're going to 5 times your money on each coin minimum without even having a red date. They're all early as well. How much are the little ones? How much are these small ones? Yeah. How much? $5 for small and $10 for big. These are like the Year of the Dragon coins. For a 1 ounce silver coin, I think they're $100. They were $50 like a year ago, but they just kept going up and up. There's a Commonwealth of Australia, 1937 pound. Look at that. And also that troy ounce silver. Do you have any more? Come on, drink here.
More is on
Australia?
Australia.
Yeah. No? Okay. So these are trade dollars. What's your best price if I buy 10?
40 each.
I'll buy 10. 350. Okay. Because I don't have. I have to eat.
Yes.
I'll pick 10. Okay. Thank you. I'll show you what I got at the end of the video. Thank you. Just got that, and these were 30. What these cost me $7 each Australian, and I'm getting 10. So we'll have a look amongst these which ones I end up picking. There's all these to go through. I started pulling out these coins and I actually feel that they're fake. I feel like a lot of them, they don't have the weight. I don't have the scales with me to check either. I don't know if they're real or not, but I ended up getting 12. How much are your scent bottles?
This one,
Yeah.
150.
So it's like $30 each. Yeah. Okay.
This one, 120.
Okay. So they're 25 each. Yep. Different knives. How much are the swords here?
Is it okay, yeah?
Yeah.
1.9
Ah,
1.9
How much is this?
ใช่คุยขึ้นหรอ
You always got to be careful when
It's
you're
a
grabbing
cool,
gear, because your hand can slice through them if that's an old sheet. 680. Okay, thank you. The old little clocks. That's Korea clocks, I think. Yeah. All right, shishi. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All the different rings here. And it still goes all the way through as well. So there's a lot to look at today. If you're gonna be buying stuff, you should really have all your bits and pieces that you need in order to verify. Thank you. I also had a beautiful jeweler's loop, but I sold everything when I was in Australia. I didn't think I'd be buying stuff again, and I had a really ornate silver enameled loop with a beautiful fob chain. It was stunning, and I put it in auction. I wish I had it just to even have a closer look at stuff. I have sold fake coins in auctions before, which is funny because when you talk about stuff, it seems to pop up on your feed. And today on my feed, an auction house in Australia has hit the news for some of their dodgy dealings that they've been doing. I'm 100% certain they're not real now, given the amount of fake silver I've seen at all of the market settings. It's just sunk in. Busy there, they must be cheap. I'll come back, I'll come back. It's, maybe they're busy because she's pushy as well. So, I don't know. Are they busy because she's pushy or because they're cheap? Some nice bits that we haven't seen a whole lot of. Different colours. So many bangles there. I'm going to try and walk out of here without getting stopped by someone. Wish me luck. So much jade. Look at it all. There's just endless amounts of it. You know, realistically, and it's still raining, I should go through that other lady's lot of coins just in case I do find more Australian ones in them, but I just have a sinking feeling I just got duped. However, I'm sure if you look on Alibaba or Temu or Amazon, wherever it is that you get all of these cheap items, that you will not be able to get them for a whole lot less than $7 Australian anyway. So I don't feel that I'm going to lose a whole lot of money. But I also feel that if someone's got a market stall and they're selling for a living and they're there 7 days a week, they would be more educated than to sell something worth $100 for 7. However, in saying that, I used to do 50% of retail all the time because you got your cost of rent and staff and goods, so you've got to make sales. The watch dealer I found, that'll be in a future video here in Hong Kong as well, sells all of his Seikos from 18 to 30 Australian dollars, irrespective. He didn't care. He did big dial for 30, small dial for 18, and that's how he priced them. He didn't care about the models, and I got some off him that are worth $400 and $500. Check that video out if you want to. The point is, not everyone cares because they're a volume seller, and if you're going to get enough stock, you just need to keep moving through it. So they only pay me 0.53% of the mid-market spread. Half the money I should have got. They said the exchange rate was 0.7. They gave me 0.53. Won't take it back. What do? You can't do anything with Paraguay money unless you go back to Paraguay. I had 700 Australian dollars. I got $350. Do you take it or do you just keep the Paraguay money? I wonder, I could have just maybe done a Western Union transfer with my Paraguay money into my bank account potentially. I just don't know. I came there because it was the first one available rather than walking all the way down there, and they had a big line. Obviously they do a better market rate, but I feel dirty. I feel violated knowing that they just ripped me off $350. I guess, like, I did go to 4 or 5 places in Philippines, and I went to 2 or 3 places in China. That was only the second place I went to here in Hong Kong, so you either take it or you cop it on the chin, I guess. I couldn't change my Paraguay dollars in Philippines. I couldn't change them in China, and I forgot to change it when I was in Paraguay. So if you're leaving Paraguay, do not go anywhere without changing your money first. I gave them 2.7 million Paraguay peso. It's about 930 Hong Kong dollars I was shortchanged because they weren't going to take it. So it's either you change the money here and you get what you get. I'm grateful that I didn't have more than that, but you know, lesson learned. But how crazy is that? This is such a cash industry. I saw one lady there changing 200,000 US dollars for Hong Kong dollars. I don't know what they're buying, but this is a jewelry district here. It's all the streets. The street is full of all high-end jewelry and watches. Speaking of some, Tissot and Rolex is across there. I think about like tax residency in Paraguay, which took me 9 weeks to achieve, and 6,000 Australian dollars. Or was it US? I don't even remember because of the amount of times I've just been throwing money away, it seems. I spent 12,000 Australian dollars in Dubai to set residency up there as well, and didn't end up going there once I found out Paraguay was an option. But after spending 3 months there, now being in China and Hong Kong, I feel much more alive in other countries than I did in Paraguay. I was just very bored. There wasn't enough there for me to do and keep busy. So it's a different quality of life that you can get by being in different countries, right? So I'd rather, say, be on the Chinese tax rate, I think it's 18%, than the Paraguay tax rate of 0%. and have the quality of life. It's not all about money. I just wouldn't want to be paying 47% the Australian high-end that Australians are paying. So how's that, right? Celestial watch. I was just walking past filming next door, and the owner happened to be in there, and he come out and he's like, come in and film the shop. What a nice guy. I'll put his details here. Actually, this is his staff member's details. He's not in the shop all the time, but if you're looking for a deal, he likes dealing one-on-one with the collectors. And someone that's passionate about it, that wants to see watches go to a good home, I think, you know, people that do that, it's because they get the end user, right? They make the most amount of money selling to the collector who's going to keep the watch, not a dealer who's going to flip the watch for a profit, because otherwise you're leaving money on the table. But if you're going to discount because you want it to go to a good home, then you're still leaving money on the table anyway in order to make the transactions. Not that it sounds like he's doing it tough with some of the values of the watches that he's moving, but there are pretty women everywhere down this street. I actually came here to go to a watch mall that's in a basement level. ChatGPT told me to come and have a look. It's a massive watch district where we are. It's not just one street or one mall or like a couple of shops of watches. It is an entire district. So what you find with a lot of the Asian countries is they have whole precincts selling similar items. And this is the watch precinct. I've walked down 3 streets full of watches, and it's just overwhelming. Like China, Hong Kong, China, they all do it so much better than in Australia. What is this food and why are so many people lined up? I gotta see what it is. I might have to try it just based on the line. It looks like it's a dessert place. What are they, donuts or cookies? Looks like a cookie place. I love cookies. I had 2 at Subway today. Cost me 17 Australian dollars for Subway. Would you line up like this for food? Oh my God. Why is this line going so long for some cookies? That is crazy. I don't think I'm gonna wait that long. They must be bloody good though. It says Jade market there, so there's got to be multiple Jade markets. All I've been doing is typing in ChatGPT, what's a good idea, and going about it that way, but there's all watches through here as well. How many areas would you feel safe enough to walk down streets like this without it being in fear of being robbed? You don't have to worry about that in places like China and Hong Kong. You look at what's going on in all the other countries around the world, and I mean, even look how clean it is. It looks like someone's gone through and high pressure cleaned the whole roads. Everything's sort of in a tidily fashion, the way that they've even put all their rubbish out. And why, I don't understand, why is Asia able to do things so much better than the West? It, you know, the West always talks about the West is the best, but obviously by now I think enough people are opening their eyes to realise that that isn't the case. Even the side of the building, it's tiled. You know, they've even got grass growing on the side. Not that it's grass growing, but you get my point. That's actually the second Tudor shop. There's another one on the main road down there. It's crazy to think that one brand can have multiple storefronts so close to one another. This down here is meant to be where all of the watch outlets are. There's more up there. It's actually below a hotel, so it's the Holiday Inn, but the whole basement is meant to be watch cellars, and you can see, I don't know how many levels of watch cellar this is. There's the old watch parts trays, and it does look like it is all closed. I will go down both levels and just have a double check, because I'm not going to have enough time to come back to this location. I've managed to get in about 4 or 5 videos in the 3 or 4 days that I've been here in Hong Kong. I've sold lots of these sets over my years in auction houses across Australia. I think the most I ever sold one for was around $800, but these old desks are really desirable. Same with the watch machinery that they used to use to build things back in the day. What are you a fan of? I'm actually, like, that Rolex desk clock is quite nice. They're replicating so many things now, like there's Rolex magnifying glasses as well, more watches and jewelry. I've actually seen a lot of people walking around today with the local jewelry. You can tell that it's not like, say, Australian gold, because it's just not the same colour. I'm not a fan of the Hong Kong and China colour of gold, to tell you the truth. What are your thoughts? Hello. This one, please.
This one?
Yeah.
One.
Yes.
Cash auto pass.
Oh, cash. Yeah. Smells amazing.
The number, later
Okay.
we'll call you.
All right, thank you. Wow, so I'm number 32 and they're only up to 17. The smell of that, I'm not walking past without trying it. I don't know what I've just ordered, but we'll see. Lucky 32. It's my prosciutto's number. Bloody hot. I don't know what it is. It's like a waffle. Oh, that was worth the wait. It's just like cheese-filled, crispy pancake. That's good. I'll leave a video here for you guys and a folder here with more content from around the globe, mostly China. I'm enjoying China the most.